Good morning and welcome back to Bows and Balls. Uh, Figure we'll do another handling session. Um, Cold weather's coming. Sucks. This girl's all ready to come out. This is my normal. She is, everybody figure 13 years old now. And she's never been bred. She's always just been a pet. I got her 4 years ago from a woman that had her for 8 years. Oh, sorry, I'll get in the. Had her for 8 years and lost interest, she said. I can't even imagine it. This girl is super sweet. Yes, she's just a normal, but she is such a good girl. Has been a good girl since we got her. She was my biggest snake. Because up to this point, I think I had four ball pythons, and I had a friend of mine reach out and say, "Hey, my sister-in-law is looking at getting rid of her normal female. Would you be interested in her?" And because me still being new, I was like, "Geez, I don't know if I want if I want a big snake like that." That I don't know, haven't gotten a chance to get used to. But I went over and met her, and she was super sweet. It was about 4 miles away from where I live, where I went and picked her up. And she rode home around my neck in the truck. And she's been awesome since we've gotten her. Yeah, she's been nothing but a super chill girl. Grandkids all hold her. She came from where she came from. The woman had a. I think she said she was like 6 when they first got 6, 5 or 6, I guess, when they first got her, and she grew up with her daughter, and she had all kinds of pictures of her daughter holding her, and I guess towards the end of it, it was mostly her daughter that was paying any attention to her. So she definitely took right to the wife. Just for the simple fact that she was brought up around mostly and held by mostly females. I guess her husband did hold her a few times, but for the most part it was just her and her daughter that paid most of the attention to her. She eats large rats once a month. If I try to feed her on the 3rd week, she won't eat. But on the 4th week, she eats like clockwork. Never refuses. And this is totally different than when I first got her. When I first got her, like I said, she was. It, I've told this story plenty of times. She was in a 2 by 2 by 4 feet long plastic enclosure, with the 2 sliding glass doors in the front. And I took pictures, set it up exactly the way they had it, minus they had no belly heat. All they had was these LED lights over her, and she'd been like that for 8 years. And because when I picked her up, she had stuck shed, and she wasn't nearly as shiny. I mean, all she had was just these little cone lights, over the front of the enclosure. And because I did put those back, but I put a heat mat in there, on a thermostat. And she just constantly roamed. The only time, at night was the only time she'd go in or hide in sit in her hide. And then when we were up in the morning and during the day, she was just roaming, constantly going in front of her tub, in front of that enclosure. And I thought it was because she wanted to be held. Because I mean, and all of us new time snake owners think that when we see our snakes roaming and all that, we just automatically assume, oh, they want to come out, and that's not it. They're stressed. And I saw plenty of videos of educated people that would tell people that and say, look, it's a sign of stress, it's not that they want to be held. And I was one of them, thinking, oh yeah, that she's so used to being held that she wanted to be held. But then when she stopped eating, she wouldn't eat. She ate like 3 meals for me, and then she went 6 months without eating, pretty much the whole winter. I think it was like October she went off food, and she did not eat again until like March or April. And I had a friend of mine that's had snakes, a lot longer than I have, and he kept telling me, throw in one of them CB70 tubs. I'm telling you, she's not happy in that enclosure. She don't like it, even though she had I had all kinds of stuff for her to hide, and if she didn't want to be seen, she wouldn't have been seen, but she was still doing that. So I had nothing to do with me not having enough clutter in there or anything like that. She just didn't like it, and I can't imagine she was in there for 8 years, and and some of it, yes, was coming to a new home, but I mean, she ate, like I said, within, I think, because the woman told me that she eats it every 3 to 4 weeks, and she hadn't eaten in a couple weeks, so I waited a couple weeks, or at least a week, and she ate that first time. She really likes me to thrash the rat around. She's not one to just hold it in there and jiggle it a little bit. You really have to thrash it for her to get her to be interested in it. But anyway, so I got her to eat like 3 meals, and then that was it. Boom. She didn't eat. And I was like, oh, but she was still, seemed friendly. She still, when I take her out. But that was the thing. You see how she is right now. She was not like this when she was in that roaming thing. When she was in that enclosure, when I took her out, she was constantly, she'd try to get away from me. I have not one time had to, keep her here. And before, it was hand over hand over hand. She was just trying to get away. And, and I didn't pick up on it. That, hey, that's a sign of stress. It's not that they want to be held. They don't want to be out roaming. That's not normal ball python behavior. So I finally, after 6 months, and she only lost 200 grams. She's like 2,400 grams. She only lost 200 grams in 6 months. So, I mean, that's nothing. On a baby snake, yes, absolutely. I mean, that would, that would not be good for a baby or anything like that. But, a 2,400 gram snake losing 200 grams, that's nothing. And I made sure I kept track of her weight and all that. So, because like I said, that's a telltale sign that something's wrong. If you see a drastic drop in weight, and that's why it's always important that we weigh our snakes, so that way you've got a baseline to go from when you know that they've been eating and all that, and then if they go off food, you can start, checking weights. But anyway, I put her in that CB70 tub, and she has not missed a meal. And you see, she's not roaming around in there. It's her week to eat, and that's why she was up roaming around. She roams around about a few days, 3 to 4 days about before it's time for her to eat, because she knows when she's supposed to eat. They all know. They know what night I feed them on and all that. They know. I mean, it's amazing how much, how smart animals really are. It's not much different. My dog knows, when it's snack time and all that. So, but anyway, so I put her in there, and she's been in that tub for three years now, and never missed a meal now. And you can see she doesn't try to get away. She's content to just sit here and hang out with me. She got her, she's in my pocket. But this is normal behavior. when you have your snake out. They shouldn't really be trying to get away from you. If it's a new snake to you, yes, then I could see where, a new snake might not be comfortable and be trying to find some place to hide or whatever. But it's not normal for them to really be trying to get away from us, when we're holding them. Alright, so she's just hanging out. My camera's about ready to fall down by the looks. But this is Cleopatra. I call her Cleo for short. And I don't show her much because lots of people aren't into your normals, and I've got two, but my other normal isn't just a normal. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive he's got Orange Dream in him, or something along the lines of that, because he's got a real, down here around his belly, he's got wicked oranges. Up towards the front is nice and white like she is, and then as you get farther down his body, he's got wicked oranges right here down along the base of his belly. But you see, she's such a sweetheart, and she doesn't try to get away. I really hope people will pick up on that, because I didn't. Like I said, I thought too, she's roaming around because she wants to come out, she wants to be handled, and she wants to interact with me. They'll interact with you anytime you want, for the most part. So you don't need them to show you a sign, that they want to be held or anything. You want to hold them, take them out, and that's what I do. I mean, I take them out when I want them, and it's never been an issue. If I have one out and it seems a little stressed and it doesn't want to be out, well, then I put it back. I don't force it to stay out, but I try to give everybody an opportunity to come out, when I've got time. Because I mean, when I have time isn't always when they actually feel like being held. I'm trying to just show her I'm not. Oh, my camera's gonna fall over. Why is it doing that? Anyway, we'll put her back. We'll take. You see how big she is, though? I mean, yeah, she's big around, but as far as long wise, I don't think she's more than 4 feet long. I'm gonna pull this male out, and he's bigger than she is. Let's see here. Let's see if I can't get her stretched out. Somewhat, anyway. Give you an idea. There's her head. There she is, all stretched out. But she has got some chunk to her. But she's a healthy girl. That's what you got healthy snakes is what they look like. Alright, let's put her back. And we'll take Caesar out, my big male. He's definitely longer than her, easily. He's not nearly as big around, but he's also a lot younger than she is. Like I said, she's like 13, 14 years old now. And this guy's a 2019 baby. She's a 2013, so. And he's in his hide. So obviously he wasn't. I'm gonna trip over my chair. He wasn't looking at coming out, but he's a good boy and he don't care. But here's my male, my big male. He's every bit of 5 foot anyway, easily. All right, let's get back over here. This is Caesar. Let me put him in my lap for just a quick second so I can fix this camera. It's gonna fall over here. There we go. All right, Here's my Caesar bud. Anniversary gift from my wife. Picked him up at a expo, an animal expo in Lewiston, Maine. I think it was Lewiston, Oregon. I know I've told this story before, but anybody, let's see, I got a couple of new followers, so they might not have seen the other videos. And this is Caesar. And this gold was super gold. When we first got him, that was like gold, like shimmering, shiny gold. But like I said, he's gotten older now. And but this is Caesar, and he is a pinstripe. And he's getting ready to go into shed, I think. But he's got a black dot. He's got kind of a weird, he almost looks like a bat on his head. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go, bud. See the whole head stamp almost looks like a bat. I know I'm having a hard time showing him, but he's also got a black dot right in the top of his head, right there. Got a black dot right in the center, and he's such a good boy. You are such a good boy. He is. Like I said, he's every bit longer than her. I bet he's a foot longer than her anyway. I notice he's missing a scale. Right here. See it? Or just missing some color off that scale. But he's another super chill snake. I mean, I'm not gonna sit back. Somebody right there, I'm sure, was like, "Oh, don't sit back. You're gonna squash his head." But, let me see. Maybe if I push this farther away. I don't know what the hell. Oh, here's another random. This is what I use, chlorhexidine, and I love this stuff. This gallon jug is like under 20 bucks, and this jug will last me over a year, or about a year, with all the snakes that I have, because you only use like 1 tablespoon to a spray bottle. You know, I pre-mix mine in a gallon jug, because if I just relied on that spray bottle, having to fill that spray bottle all the time, I'd have to do it daily. So I pre-mix a gallon of it up, and that's all I use. That chlorhexidine. Clean the bowls out, clean the tubs out, I'll spray them down, wipe them out. I don't know, I might do a video some morning of me in here, you know, my routine in the morning. Turn the camera on and go through. Literally, I go through tub by tub every morning. Boom, all the way down. And even go to the bathroom, right down to all these tubs. Every morning. And then multiple times during the day. 5 or 6 times I'm in here checking tubs, making sure they didn't go again. But most of the time it's overnight. It's overnight or first thing in the morning. You know, very seldom do I have very many snakes that will go during the day. You know, because normally they're oh, he's trying to get away. So the stuff that I always talk about is bullshit. Oh. There he is. No, he's just an explorer, because like I said, he's got no cares. I mean, literally 90% of my snakes have no care in the world about anything. They're not worried in the least. Oh, See, I just flopped him on the chair. Yeah, sorry, bud. And see his reaction. Most of them would be, they'd be all flying all over the place because that would have scared him, and it didn't scare him a bit. He just slid down. He's like, oh, my dad's not gonna let me get hurt. No, I won't, bud. I won't. This is Caesar. He's just a pinstripe, but he's my pinstripe. I bought all my collection with just for the simple fact that I like the looks of them. I thought every one of all the snakes that I bought because I like the looks of them. I didn't start out thinking I was going to be a breeder or anything like that. And I know a lot of people probably think that's why I've got such a big collection, because, you know, I planned on breeding and all that. No, I had 15 snakes and still hadn't planned on breeding. I just got hooked on them. They're addictive. They're wicked addictive. You get one and you want more. For me, it was, I wanted, after I got my first one, I didn't like the fact that I had to, you know, that I couldn't hold the thing for 2-3 days, you know, after it ate. So I was like, well, I'll get another snake, feed them on different nights, you know, so that way I always got a snake to hold. Whoops, I put my arm right down on his head. And it just escalated from there. And that's how I got the three different feed days during the week. Mondays, I feed Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Saturday night. Not the same snakes, obviously. I have 9 that I feed on Monday. I have 9 that I feed on Wednesday, and I have 9 that I feed on Saturday. But I have 8 babies. 8 babies I feed on Mondays, every other Monday. So some Mondays I actually have 17 snakes to feed on some Mondays. Like last night, I fed all my babies. Last night I fed all 8 of my babies. All 8 pounded food. Everybody, for some reason, like I said, it's getting cold here, and to me, my snakes seem to eat better during the cooler time of the year. That's when my snakes seem to do the best, you know, eating wise, which I don't normally have any food strikes anyway, but they just seem to be more in that food mode. Not that they, you know, that they don't eat as good in the summertime. They eat just as good. They just don't seem to be in that food mode. Like when I open tubs up, they're not necessarily waiting for it. During these cold times of the season here, they always seem to kind of be more in that food mode and more aggressive when taking food, for me, you know. And my temperatures are low. Let's actually see. I think the last time I looked, it's 72 in here. Okay, bud, we're gonna put you back. Oh, I dropped my camera. All right, sorry, people. Well, unedited. I don't lie. That's staying. Well, you can't hide nothing when you don't edit nothing. You know, I don't have. I probably got lots of stuff I probably should edit out, but I don't. I still just try and show him off. I really love these guys. But anyway, oh, I lied. It's 73.2 degrees in here with 54% humidity. That's because the heat's running this morning. Alright, we'll put him back after I give you a nice headshot. Yes, he's such a good boy. He really is. This is Caesar. I'm going to put you back so you can go get back in here and go back to sleep, buddy. Nope. You stay down. Oh, something else that doesn't work with my snakes. Normally you put your hand over their head and they'll pull their head in, duck their head down. Mine don't. Mine sit right there and push against my hand. Because I put my hand over the top of them to keep them down, so when I close the tub up, mine will sit right there and push on my hand. They will. Alright, who are we going to take out? We're going to take this guy out. We just had him out, but look, he didn't come flying out. Not like in the last video. Let's see. Is anybody up front here? Oh, who we got here? Is this you? It is. It's my first snake I ever bought. This was the guy that got me into all my snakes. And he was purchased at Snakes at Sunset. This guy came from Snakes at Sunset. And he is a coral glow. Pastel coral glow. Just another fancy banana, you know. Pastel banana. But he was sold as a coral glow. And you see all these chocolate chips all over him. That sucks. He was so clean when he was a baby. I mean, clean, super clean. His pattern was so clean, and it went, and he got chocolate chip. He's got freckles. I call them chocolate chips. He got freckles all over him. He's got them on his head, and look, he's got one on his nose. And I mean, it's so sad because he was such a good-looking snake without all of those freckles. And cause in the very beginning too, because people, you know, that watched him in the beginning, he was so clean, and then all of a sudden, you know, a freckle would pop up, and I'd get these sad emoji faces, and I'm like, why is anybody sad about my snake? And that dawned on me. I go, they think they're friggin' mites. They're not mites. They're freckles. And that's the banana gene. Bananas, they get those super freckles to them. You know, but he is, and you can see, look how small he is. He's a 2019 also. And look how small he is compared to Caesar. I mean, some males don't get big. You know, some males do only get 2-3 feet long. You know, I mean, he's 4 years old. You know, and you can see he's not very big. They don't all grow at the same rate. You know, they don't grow. He's Caesar and him for the longest time were on the same size food. I've just recently moved Caesar up to mediums. You know, I mean, they don't all grow the same. But, and I got this guy from Snakes at Sunset. I didn't want just a normal, you know, because in the beginning I still didn't even know if I was gonna be into him. I mean, I knew I wanted a snake by the time I got him, but I just was hoping for a good, you know, for a good experience. You know, and I didn't know. I go, man, is it gonna, you know, every time I go to take it out, is it gonna hiss and want to bite me? And you know, that's the kind of stuff that I didn't want. You know, because I was still, you know, scared of snakes. When I got him, I was still scared of snakes. But I had watched enough videos, you know, people just pulling them out of the bag and people just sitting there handling them like I am. And I go, well, geez, you know, it seemed like they could possibly definitely be, you know, handable, tameable, all that, and no bites. And so I decided, well, you know, I'm not going to get a normal, but I'm not going to get a real expensive snake, but I want something that, you know, that I like the looks of, that, you know, when I look at it, I go, hey, you know, I want to hold that. I want to handle it, you know. So I really like the looks of this guy, and this, I think he was $275. So I was like, you know what? That's not a lot of money to be out if I end up just having an animal that all I end up doing is just taking care of because it doesn't like me, and doesn't give me that experience that I want, because I was still going to end up keeping it. I'm a forever home. For any pets that I bought as pets, I am a forever home. I will have them till I'm not able to keep them. The babies that I produce, that I plan on selling to begin, all along, those, yes, will be sold. Those aren't pets. The snakes that I bought in the beginning and that I all bought for pets are staying here. They will not be up for sale. See, look, my dog is so good with all my snakes. And my snake, look, he's trying to go to the dog. They do that. They're not scared of any of my dogs. But this is Callie. So anyway, I got him, and I don't know, it weren't 2 weeks later, and I bought my second snake. I purchased another one because, like I said, I wanted something that I could hold. I could always hold a snake. I wasn't gonna be, oh, can't hold it because you just fed it for just fed it. And now you gotta wait for 3 days. That's the only reason I bought more, and then I bought more, and I bought more. And then I started swapping up. And then I had 2 different food nights, and then I had 3 different food nights. And honestly, it's amazing. It's amazing to have all these snakes, and they all have the same but different personality. They're all super chill, but they all do have, differences. They all have differences. You know, they all have their differences. But he's a super good boy. He did strike at me when not the day that I got him, not during the unboxing. It was like 2, 3 days after I got him, and I set him down on the coffee table. And when I took his tub off him, I was standing up over him. You know what I mean? And it just scared him because I was hovering up over him. Normally I sit down, and normally I'm back away from him, and because I took the top off and I was standing over him, he lunged up at me, gave me a little fake, struck at me, but didn't even come close. And I still picked him up and held him, and he was fine. He didn't have no cares. But this is Callie. We'll put Callie back. Let's see if we can get the camera to stay this time. This is the guy, like I said, that started it all off for me. Like him. He was it. That's Callie. So you guys saw Callie, Cleo, and Caesar this morning. I have a snake that has a spider in him, and you guys want to see? I bought him. He's another white snake, all white. He's not a bell though. He's got red eyes, and he's a good boy. But I won't breed him, and I'll show you why. And I didn't want spider in the beginning because I had researched it and all that. Told the breeder I didn't want spider, and come find out this guy came and he had spider in him. But we did not even notice it for the first year. When he was a baby, you couldn't even tell. But then all of a sudden, we noticed. Let's see. We started noticing this. See it? Let's get him out here. And he does that all the time. See that wobble? Yeah. See, watch his head. See it? He eats fantastic. He does misstrike his food sometimes, but he eats great. He poops great. He goes, he does everything that all the other ball pythons do. See that? It's so sad. It's so sad. And if he wasn't a good eater and he didn't poop and he didn't pee like he should, I'd probably put him down because it's just so hard to watch this. You know, and I won't breed him. I know you can breed the spider wobble out and all that, but I'm not doing it. I'm gonna love him for as long as I can, as long as he's here. But as long as he's eating and he's doing all the normal things, minus that right there. As long as he's eating good and all that, I'm gonna keep him around. I really don't want to euthanize him, because he is such a good boy. He really is. He's never bit, he's never hissed, and he's such a sweet snake still. He's just got that quirkiness to him. But I wanted everybody to see. And I understand why people like spiders. I love the looks of spiders, but I can't do it. I make sure that I won't take in anything that's got spider again. And like I said, we didn't even notice it because for the first year he didn't do this. He acted like a normal ball python, and then just one day I opened his tub up and this is the way he was acting, and I was like, oh man. And then I contacted the breeder and said, look, I told you I didn't want anything with spider in it. I'm new. And I've seen enough videos that, I really don't want to take a chance, with the wobble and the corkscrewing, and he does it all. I mean, he wobbles, he corkscrews, but we're giving him the best life he can have still. Like I said, he does everything like a normal ball python, minus this. This is not normal, but he eats good. He doesn't refuse food. As you can see, he's nice and healthy. I mean, he's super healthy. It's just when it comes to taking him out, this is what he does, And when we put him in, he moves around his tub enclosure fine. So it's really only during when he's being handled, and he will do this too. He acts like this when food goes in. When he'll get all like all floppy around and stuff because he's excited, he knows food's coming in, and any kind of excitement whatsoever, whether it's stress or something good like gonna get fed. Take a look at him real quick. Make sure everything. I don't hold him a whole lot, just because of this. My wife feels so bad for him too. But like I said, he does everything. He sheds perfect sheds, full sheds. I mean, he does everything perfectly, except for he's got that quirkiness, and that's why, like I said, I won't breed him. He's just a pet. I bought him in the beginning for just a pet. Like I said, honestly, I didn't get into this. I didn't buy all these snakes because I wanted to be some big breeder. I really didn't. I just got it because I love animals. I really do. And if you can't tell that I love animals, I'd say that's pretty crazy. Reaching right in. I'm gonna take my girl out. Let's see that. She was in her hide. She was in her hide. She hadn't been out for a little bit. I know, it's already been 40 minutes. We'll do a short video. I mean, not a short video. That's the thing. It's not a short video, dumbass. Oh, and it's probably going to get monetized again. No, not monetized, but I dropped the F-bomb earlier. I noticed it. Now I just said dummy ass. So now, because I can see the videos that I actually dropped the F-bomb in. Oh, she's in my shirt. She's in my shirt already. She's in my shirt. Oh, there's her tail. Oh, but anyway, yeah. Gotta try not to swear. And they don't show my videos to anybody. Thank you for the people that have liked my videos, because obviously it's helped, because I think when I first started shooting again this last time, I was at like 93, 94 followers, and we're at 114 now, so I actually picked up a few. So thank you to the ones that have liked my videos, because those likes are what's gotten me the other followers, because when people like videos, it makes YouTube, I don't know, it don't make anybody do anything, but it tends to have YouTube start showing your videos to other people, you know. This is a hypo leopard, and this girl is Foxy. That's not only is she Foxy, but that is her name. I find her just gorgeous. She's just beautiful. And this girl was from an auction. BCC auction. It's an online auction. It's the only snake I've ever bought off auction. You know, she was just listed as a hypo leopard, and I'm pretty sure she's got more. I've been told she's got more from people that know a lot more than I do, but I'm just gonna keep claiming she is what I got her for, what she was listed at as. I guess I better turn the camera on. See, she acts like she's trying to get away, and then the next thing you know, she's not. She's such a good girl. She's a sweet girl. All my boas are sweet. You know, they really are. I really don't have a bad snake. Oh, I really think my boas are just as chill as my ball pythons. You know. But anyway, we're gonna end this video just like so, with a look at my Foxy girl. Her tail's so cool. I'd like to get her head. Oh, where is it coming around this side? Oh, there she is. There she is. Say bye to everyone. Alright, that's it for today. So, hopefully we'll see everybody back in the next video. Alright. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week. And remember, if you can't be good at it. Cheers.